even pulled the stick up to me, it was so pregnant. I'm like, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T, back with another video. As you can see, this is a very colorful look. I decided to do a get ready with me video. It's not a chit chat video, it is a story time video. I will be doing another chit chat video soon because a lot of people gave me good feedback on that and said they really liked it. This look is inspired from Holly Boone. I'll post her video up above. I was googling colorful halo eyes and hers was the first to pop up, and I was like, oh, I can do that. And I have glitter. I haven't put glitter on my eyes in forever, but you'll see later on the video that there's a reason why I haven't put glitter on my eyes in forever. Like, I'm 2 seconds from my lashes falling off as we speak because my eyes won't stop watering. So be warned. One thing I need to know for sure, and make sure you comment down below, how is the hot girl summer going? Because I feel like the city boys are low-key taking the lead and I'm not here for it. Like, I can't do it all by myself. So ladies, let's step it up. I need you ladies to pull through. I got you some hot girl looks, hot girl summer looks. Come on, y'all. Let's push through. I know everyone's just dying to know, is Tierra pregnant again? So I'm gonna use this mirror, guys. I'm sorry, you guys know. I'm gonna get contacts. I've decided. I actually had like a bunch of questions, like people asking me, you know, how did I know I was having twins? What was it different like from like Lily? Like, tell like the story like of me like finding out that I was pregnant, at least for the second time. The first time I feel like it's how everyone finds out they're pregnant. It's just like, I'm pregnant. But with the twins, it was a lot different than a normal pregnancy. I'm telling you guys, first of all, I'm like extremely superstitious, so like things be coming to me in dreams, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but like things come to me in dreams. So me and my best friends, we went to Mad Mex in Oakland, the old stomping grounds. I actually used to work at Mad Mex, okay? I used to work at Mad Mex, and my favorite bartender slash friend, it was literally my first day and she was rude AF, like told me to get off of her bar after like the manager had just told me to sit down there. So I'm like, okay sis, like you got it, like I'm gonna let you have it, whatever. Anyways, we end up being like the best of friends, like, hey Raquel. Yeah, so she's there. We went there every Wednesday, and you know, we just do our regular adult activities, like take flights of tequila. There was like this ongoing joke like, oh, Tierra's gonna get pregnant again, Tierra's gonna get pregnant again, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, no I'm not, blah blah blah, all of that fun stuff, and like F my friends for jinxing me. But only time I can literally drink a decent amount of alcohol and I rarely ever throw up. Like, I just don't throw up. Like, I just don't throw up. Only time that I ever started throwing up was when I was pregnant with Lily. So we're taking these flights of tequila and I take one and I get sick immediately, and I'm like, what's going on here? What is going on here? They're like, don't worry, you're okay, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I am pregnant. Like, I know my body, I know myself, and I know what's going on here, and I am pregnant. Like, I can feel it in my bones. Anyways, my friends then talked me up. They're like, you're not pregnant. I'm like, actually, you're right, I'm not. There's really no way that I'm pregnant. Actually, like, there's really no way that I can be pregnant. So I'm not even impressed for this. For real, for real. We finished eating. My house used to be 5 minutes from, not even 5 minutes, like a 3-minute walk from Mad Mex. So I walk back to my house and I'm sitting there and I go to the bathroom and I'm just like, I know I just had my period not that long ago, but like, let me go ahead and just take a test. Like, take a test, take a test, take a test. I don't know if you guys know about like pregnancy tests and how they work, but like typically if it's a very early pregnancy, the line will be faint. It'll take like the entire 2 minutes to turn. Like it's a very faint line. It could be like, am I pregnant? You know, people like looking at it for a long time. I've never had that experience, okay? I'm telling you, before I could even pull the stick up to me, it was so pregnant. I'm like, there's literally just no way. Like, I'm not believing this. I'm actually not even, I'm just gonna go to bed. The next day, I like wake up, I take another pregnancy test, and lo and behold, it happens again. Very pregnant. I even got the digital one. I'm like, you know, let's see what really happens here. I'm still pregnant. I go over to the father's house and I let him know, like, hey, I'm pregnant again. Again. And that went over well. I'm actually in school for nails at this time, so I go to class. And I call and I make an appointment to see the doctor, and they're like, oh, you have to wait 8 weeks. 8 weeks from your last missed period. And I like had only been like 4 weeks for me, maybe. It was so short, at least like from what I thought was my period, it was like so short. So I'm like, dang, I gotta wait a long time for this. A few weeks passed, we're like waiting for this appointment, and I started to like cramp up. So I was just having like some spotting, cramping, whatever. And they're like, I'm gonna go into the ER because you shouldn't really be spotting not much while you're that early on. Like you shouldn't really be ever. But like, so I'm like freaking out a little bit. I'm like, what the heck? You know, I'm just gonna go by myself. Like I don't want anyone going with me because I don't know what news they're gonna tell me. And I want to be able to process that, you know, in peace, because like, I ain't no punk, you know, I ain't trying to cry for anyone. So I'm like, whatever happens, like, I just want to deal with this on my own. I will let you know. I go to the ER, which is also like 5 minutes from my house, literally. They're like, oh, like, pregnant, spotting, like, you have to get an ultrasound right now. So they give me an ultrasound, and the technician, I'm in this super dark room. It's an internal ultrasound because I'm so early. The technician, she's really nice. She's like chatting up with me, blah, 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 blah. And then like all of a sudden she gets like really weird. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll be back. And I'm like, all right, sis, leave me in this dark room. It's cool. She comes back with a doctor. So I'm like, I have cancer. Like, dang, this is not what I expected. I'm like, I literally have cancer. So he's looking very hard at this screen. I am like shaking at this point. Anytime I start to get any type of like real like anxiety or like any like intense feelings like anger or anything, I like shake. So I'm sitting at this table, like laying on this table, so nervous, I start to shake. And he's looking like really intently at the screen. Then they're like whispering to each other, but they're like not addressing me. So I'm like, garçon, like what's going on here? Let me know something. Like I need to know something. Okay. And he's like, oh, don't worry, sweetie, we'll be back. They both dip out on me. I'm like, interesting. This is really interesting. So they come back in with an additional doctor. So now it's 2 doctors and 1 technician. They're just like whispering, kind of turning the screen back and forth. Now at this point, I'm pretty much convulsing, like, take me out of here. My watch is like, breathe. I'm like, don't tell me to breathe, watch. Do not tell me to breathe. At this point, like, I'm not having a good time at all. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when this is like a 20-minute ordeal. I'm like, I either miscarried or I have cancer. Like, these are the only 2 things now at this point that I could think of. So then the doctor takes a bit and comes in. And he's just like sitting down. He's like, you might just want to like relax, just relax. Like nothing too serious, nothing too crazy out here. I'm like, yo, get to it. Like, I'm about to pass out from anxiety. So finally, he's like talking to me. He's like, yeah, so we are looking at you, and what about how many weeks were you saying that you were? And I'm like, well, my last, missed period was this week, blah, blah, blah. So I guess that put me at like 4.5 to 5 weeks. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's about right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm like, so am I pregnant, or like, what's going on? And he's like, well, you are pregnant still, so that's cool. He's like, but. And I'm like, defect? Like, what is there a but after the pregnant? He's like, well, we seen 2 fetal poles. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I know what that means, but like, explain it in detail, sir. He says to me, we see 2 fetal poles, but there are no heartbeats for either. So I'm like, so am I going to like miscarry? Like, what does that mean? What are you saying about 2 fetal poles? Like, why is there no heartbeat but there's 2? Like, I'm getting 2 plus 2 equal 4. Like, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, so basically these are the options. Either you're going to miscarry, you're going to have 1 baby, or you're going to have 2 babies. But that's all up in the air because it's so early. He's like, the spotting is probably just from like implantation, like no worrying there. The cramping is also from that. Like, they feel very similar to period cramps, blah, blah, blah. And I just like hear like fuzz, because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what does this mean for me? I'm like, what do you mean you can't tell me what's going on? Like, aren't you a doctor? Like, sir, I'm in distress. So, does twins run in your family? And I'm like, I suppose, like, what is going on? So basically, the reason why there were so many options, initially a lot of women will have 2 fetal poles, but they never find out that 1 baby actually like absorbed, because they typically don't go in before their 8-week appointment, and that baby, that like fetus will not be there by that point. So I am like, okay, so what is next? He's like, since we have this appointment, we'll see you 4 weeks from now. And then from there, they'll be able to tell if there's heartbeats, what's going on. But just relax, take it easy. No alcohol, just relax. I'm like, all right, like, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to school every day. Just trying to let time pass. I know I'm still pregnant because my period didn't come. So I'm like, all right, well, now it's just like a matter of, what? And you go through those feelings and emotions, and you're just like, put in the possibility, you're like, wow, twins, that's great. And the other days you're like, oh my god, twins, what? It's just very stressful, because that's just a huge adjustment going from 1 baby to 3. So finally the appointment rolls around, and I'm trying to take this as low as possible. Not lower than this side, shoot. And we get there, they make us wait incredibly long, like, on top of just being stressed, like, they really was just, like, behind. And at this point, sis is throwing up, and it's not because of the baby's leg. So we finally get into this appointment. They're just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, do this ultrasound. I don't care about nothing else but this ultrasound. Like, that's all that I care about is you. What heartbeats is you about to find? That's what we want to know. Okay? So, after a lot of small talk, she finally starts to do the ultrasound, and like right away you could see 2 babies. It's like, I don't know what 2 babies at 8 weeks are supposed to look like, but them babies were babies. It was just like, I'm like sitting again, like now I'm shaking. She's like, there goes 2 heartbeats. And I'm just like shaking from like just waiting and all this anticipation and everything leading up to that. And I'm just like very stressed. finally the news comes 4 weeks later that it's like actually twins, like this is actually your whole life changing, like this is really the real deal. And it was a lot to take in, to say the least. Like, I'm getting the normal like, wow, we're pregnant support, but like I was still just like, this is crazy. Who is this fertile? Who is getting pregnant twice on birth control? Tierra. Wild. I'm over here looking like Elmo when he needs that ventilation, that meme. That's what I look like, but in real life. The crazy thing is, like right before, like 2 days before, first of all, as soon as I got pregnant, like as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I'm having twins. I just had like the inkling that I was gonna have twins. Like I could feel it in my stomach. I'm just like very like, I don't know, people call me like a weirdo, but I feel like I'm very in tune with my body. And I could tell that something was a lot different. First of all, just from the beginning, I knew I was pregnant. Everyone's trying to tell me I'm not. Then, like, I just could feel that something was different from the first pregnancy. I had a dream, and like, I'm really superstitious. Like, there was 2 fish being given to me. And I'm like, because fish means pregnancy, and so like if you're pregnant in a dream, that means like new beginnings, blah blah blah. But if you have fish in your dream, that means like you're pregnant. So I had a dream that someone gave me 2 fish. I'm like, 2 me fish, 2 of my own fish, because I'm pregnant with twins. So I was already prepared, but still it's just like shocking to hear. Instead of me trying to get these sparkles off, we're gonna add some to the other side because I ain't got the time. Even better, there is literally no such thing as too much glitter. Don't ever let the people fool you out here. I tell everyone that I'm pregnant with the twins and they think that I'm joking. Now you have to be careful if you're adding this glitter like directly like how I'm about to, because I keep getting like the little sparkles in my eyes. So that's up to your discretion. Yeah, but everyone thought that it was a joke until I start showing them the ultrasound. I'm like, okay, joke this. Like, it's happening. It's in my eye. This is the price you pay for beauty. Oh, this is definitely not helping that I can't see cause. I'm literally having an eye emergency. Now that I've cried off my entire look, I think it's safe to say that like no more glitter. Okay, so that's what I meant by be careful. You know? I'm gonna try to fix this all. Might not be able to. That looks a lot better already. But now we gotta try to fix this under eye that's looking crazy after I just cried. I don't like that it's not exactly the same on both sides because it's like a sunset, you know? You know? Wow, this is a look, y'all. This is a look. Guys, here is the final look. I have struggled so hard trying to get this finished because my eyes won't stop watering. I'm assuming it's from the glitter. I pushed through. I tried my best to make this look as uniform as possible, but again, makeup is just fun. It's all fun and games. Listen, I'm just letting y'all know, I only have like 2 more shirts that are colorful. So this might be all you guys are gonna get from me for my hot girl summer. And then I'm gonna have to go back to my nudes where I flourish. My eye is starting to droop. I don't know if you guys know, but like, because my vision is so bad, like this eye just gets a little lower sometimes, especially when I get tired. So like, don't come for me because that was a secret that I was letting y'all know. Like this video if you're so happy that Tierra's not pregnant.